BitGay help. I hate the new Twitch update on. What did Twitch update on mobile? I know Twitch mobile app used to really suck. I feel like it's fine now. What did they change? It's like a feed now? Let me see. Let me make sure I understand what I'm talking about here. Are you saying it changes the following from default to the feed to default? Them making the feed default is very cringe. That is what Twitch does when they launch a feature nobody wants to use. And then the product manager needs to like get the numbers up. Dude, like when they had a feed, like an update, like a Facebook news feed. You guys probably don't even remember that. Briefly, there was a Twitch Facebook news feed where they expected creators to be like, what's my status update? What am I doing today? It was such a disaster. And everyone they talked to internally, I remember me and Jaywitz raising a stink. We were like, this is so stupid. Nobody's gonna want to do it. They already have to post on Twitter. They already have to post on Instagram. It's so dumb. They're like, oh, we got your feedback, understood. And then they changed absolutely nothing, and then they launched it, and then nobody used it. It was a total flop, and they kept like pushing it up, like the stack ranking of where it is shown on the page to try and like you get like 1 million free engagements if you use it. People still didn't use it. I don't know. Twitch is just bad at it, dude. Because they don't consult streamers, or if they do, it's already too late. So the only changes they can make are like very minor or cosmetic. They don't start with a problem and work back. They start with something they'd like to create, and then they try to force fit it on the, yeah, exactly. It's exactly what it is. You get promoted if you launch a product. It doesn't matter whether it does well. So the incentive is just to launch, to never listen to feedback, don't slow down, just push, launch it, then move off to a different project, get promoted, get out. And then dump it on someone else who then is like, tries to make it work and then eventually sunsets it. However, it doesn't seem to matter because Twitch was early. They got there at the right time. I'm recognizing that whether or not they make good products is not really gonna move the needle too much because there's no viable alternative. Kick is full of degenerate, gambling racists, and YouTube is not even caring about live. They're worried more about shorts. You know, every year or two, Twitch just gets a huge lucky break. Like first they got Fortnite, Ninja playing with Drake. Then they had COVID, you know, which was bad for the world, but great for Twitch. And recently they got Kai. They got Kai Cenat. Shit's just changing, bro. I'm just telling you, shit's just changing. Shorts is so stupid. It's a 1-minute YouTube video with no play, pause, volume. I think you can, well, you definitely can play and pause it. And you can control the volume on your phone. Shorts is fine. It's not that like they're bad. It's more of like, I wish they had never figured out that our brains are so susceptible to short form video because it is just brain rot. You know what I'm saying? I like to call it brain boost. You feel like your brain is getting boosted from watching hundreds of hours of YouTube shorts? Length equals quality? Not linearly. I don't think there's many topics that can be given any amount of nuance or depth in the length of a YouTube short. How about 9 hours of shorts? God, I feel like that would just destroy your brain. I think YouTube Shorts and TikToks trains your brain to the very, very second you get bored to abort, to switch to the next thing. That's what's the real problem with it. Not that you can't fit a good idea in a short video. It's not really what I'm talking about. It's more like the format of short form scrollable video wires your neurons to be unable to sustain attention, to have your immediate response to not being 100% engrossed to check out. That's what I think is the danger of it, not any individual video's fault. So for my job, I have to constantly look at content and new trends. And I clearly remember one day that I was scrolling so fast because I was in a rush that I clearly felt my brain melting and shutting off. It was so terrible. Your job is to constantly scroll TikTok for new trends, and they measure the amount of TikToks you scroll, so you had to scroll faster because you were in a rush. He's an AI. I know that like the Facebook content moderator jobs, those people had like serious problems. Like it really f***ed them up mentally. They needed like therapy, but that was because they were seeing all sorts of deranged shit. Soul Man, thank you for the gifted. A golden Kappa train. What is a golden Kappa train? We're in a level 2 golden Kappa train. This is someone's promotion at Twitch. Dude, yeah, this is definitely someone's promotion at Twitch. I rolled out the golden Kappa feature. At least this probably makes streamers money. The other stuff is just completely useless. It is lame though that they got rid of the watch parties. I actually think watch parties were so goated. We all know collectively that there is potential in the idea of watching things like sports events and movies and TV shows with other people. We all know that we want the little bit of monkey see, monkey do loneliness avoider. We want to not watch it by ourselves. We want to see the little chat messages and so the need exists. They just had so much red tape on it that it wasn't used very much. but they should have kept trying to expand it or find a way to monetize it. Or what if the streamer paid a viewing fee and they could watch it without everyone having Prime? Like me as a streamer, if I could pay even $300, $400, whatever, and I could watch like a new release with chat, that'd be awesome. I would do it. I could write it off. It's a business expense. You know, it'd be worth it. Studios wouldn't go that low. Work with them. Figure it out, dude. I'm just saying, it's one way to avoid your shit getting pirated, ripped into shit, put on TikTok, or watched in Discord watch parties. They have to adapt. People are doing it, no matter what. So let's find a way to get paid for it for them. I mean, the theater industry is flopping like crazy. Bro, Fall Guy, a well-reviewed movie starring Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, two beloved actors, is flopping like crazy. Mad Max Furiosa, a extremely well-reviewed movie, apparently a very good action follow-up to Mad Max, is flopping like crazy. The studios are getting left and right on this. They have to think of some different stuff. I would love to watch Fall Guy with chat. Perhaps we'd be able to more to like the movie. It could lead to some sales. Honestly, that's the one project I would work on. If I had to go back to the corporate world, I would love to work on in a big media company trying to figure out how to get live streaming with chat, because it's just such a slam dunk. It's where people want to watch it. Someone needs to work on unlocking that. It's going to unlock so much value. Ricky Stanicki was great. I told people to watch it and everyone watch it off your stream. I mean, there's just a proven effect. Like shows that go viral on TikTok when they're pirated, they get social media buzz and then they get fans and then the show does better. It's a proven effect that like some ability to watch it free is actually working to their financial benefit. Somebody's got to crack that in a way that they can still make money off. When they just let stuff get rotted into the archive, then of course there's gonna be a need. Pretty much every time I watch a movie in a theater, I end up mad. People talk, the chairs are uncomfortable, and the food delivers. So I live kind of near Alamo Drafthouse, and that's where we've gone for major releases relatively recently. I haven't seen a lot of movies in theaters in a while anyway. They're very big about banning phones and all that, but my understanding, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, is that like people are more and more likely to take their phones out in just a regular theater. Like that's happening. We talked about this before. Well, I think we're so close to having a movie theater that just gives the in. I feel like they're just gonna have the AMC phone room, dude, where it's like, yeah, phones allowed. I honestly think we're pretty close to having a movie theater where there's chat on screen and it's everyone in the audience chatting. I've been wanting to make that happen, dude. You link your phone at the start and everyone's just fucking chatting. I know it's brain rot, but the brain rot's happening regardless. I want to make some money. I think that's a genius idea. Would you have the text comments go over the screen like in Asian services too? I mean, I would have it in a corner like I have my stream right now. I assume that. Or even a side screen. I don't know exactly how I'd do it. I'd probably just put it over the screen, yeah. If we're gonna go brain rot, lean into brain rot, dude. Nobody is going to the Twitch chat theater for a draft house experience. I'm not gonna like try to sugarcoat it. Yeah, I saw on Reddit, people were talking about the people in theaters that like, they go into the theater, they sit down in the movie, they get bored, they take out their phone and they scroll TikToks or shorts on silent the rest of the movie. That's crazy. This is also more common. I think this is what I'm talking about. And this is what the YouTube Shorts behavior has caused, is like people cannot sit through a movie anymore without getting bored. I mean, every movie has boring parts, but before you could withstand them. But now people can't withstand them. And I'm not gonna act like I'm above this because I am actually deeply afraid of trying to sit down and watch Killers of the Flower Moon with no phone. Ari and I have been thinking about watching it like every night and we always put it off, and we've still put it off because we're afraid. We're just like, it's like 3.5 hours. I gotta sit down, nothing. No distraction. Like I remember when I was younger, my mom worked at a DVD store and we get every DVD for free basically. And I would just watch movies. I'd watch one movie a night. I'd sit there and watch the whole thing start to finish. Wouldn't even cross my mind to get bored. Bring intermissions back. Here's what I'll say. At the end of the day, I'm a businessman. Okay. So if I'm working at AMC, I don't go, God damn these kids and their attention span. I think we got to find a way to make some money. We got to bring back intermissions. We got to throw chat on screen. We got to do something. A good movie be able to hold your attention. I think this is copium. I'm not saying there's not a difference between good movies and bad movies. I'm saying when your brain hits a certain level of rot from shorts, every movie gets boring at some point. It's called pacing. You know, there's high points and slow points, and eventually people check out and their brain goes, oh, time to skip. This part's slow, skip. It's not like the quality of movies is so drastically different. It's that people's attention spans have shortened. When I read books, I take a 20-minute TikTok break every paragraph. I can't even tell if you're joking. Honestly, what's funny is if you are telling the truth, I'm actually kind of impressed with you because that's better than most people. It means you're getting through books. Like if you're actually limiting it to only 20 minutes and then getting back to reading, you're actually making good progress and you're in a good spot. Like, unironically, you're not even in a, like, that's not even a bad thing by standards. It would take a long time, but you're like opening a book, you're going paragraph by paragraph. It's not a great ratio, but you'll get through it. Podcasts show that people are able to hang on for long form. It's a little different. I mean, podcasts are such a second screen type activity. People very, very, very often podcast while something else is happening. Our ability to have a one screen activity that is our full focus is really with. Yeah, it's not even necessarily a bad thing. It's, you know, there's possible risks with it. Because multitasking isn't real. It has been proven that multitasking is not real. The brain can't actually multitask. I don't know, man. I switched my focus between Maisie and speedrunning, and I'm doing pretty damn good Giga Chad. Maisie, do you think this is correct? Do you think he's 100% attentive to you when he's speedrunning? That was instant. 60% of people in the US would rather give up all social rather than TikTok. Yeah, that's a stat that I have heard. TikTok is very popular. TikTok, especially the number's higher among teens. They would give up everything else. They would give up Netflix over TikTok easily. Though I think it's past peak. I kind of feel like TikTok is waning. Not that it's dead or anything. It's still huge. Past peak growth or seeing contraction? No, I don't think it's seeing contraction. I just think I was projecting out growth rates that are no longer there, and I don't think it's gonna hit that dominant #1 spot that I thought it was gonna hit. I think this talk has inspired me to come back on YouTube, Twitch, Sag. As long as you give full watch time to every Aatrox video, I think you should. What I'm more talking about is, and this is not even me like condemning or finger wagging, I'm just bringing up my thoughts as someone who has used these things, that I'm uncomfortable with shorts, with short form scrollable video. I think it has a noticeable impact on my attention span. I think you can feel it. So I'm trying to do it less.